Hello everyone. I hope you're doing great. And this is the Formula One analyst back again. You know, so I just want to bring you the 2023 team standings, the points positions after the Belgian Grand Prix. So obviously at the moment there's only 10 teams in Formula One, and they got two drivers each in it, so that makes it 10 teams and 20 drivers. But they're looking to maybe add an 11th team. But logistically, it will be difficult to add a couple of more teams into Formula One because they have to extend the pit lane and the paddock and things like that. So at the moment, we're only dealing with 10. So right now, it's Red Bull Racing at the top with 503 points, and they've won most of the races this season. I think out of the 13 races, they've won all of them. And in second position, you have Mercedes-AMG Petronas with 247 points. So they've done okay. They started off the season a bit slow, but they start picking up points, a couple of podium positions with Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. So they're creeping up slowly, but I don't think they can challenge Red Bull for the first position before the end of the season. And in third position, you got Aston Martin. And Aston Martin could have been well ahead of even Mercedes if Lance Stroll's performances had been up to par with Fernando Alonso's. So Lance Stroll has been coming under a lot of heat from the fans, saying that he cannot match Alonso and he's a liability. But his father owns the team, the Aston Martin team, so he's got privileges, and I feel like he's a good driver. He just needs to calm down a bit and focus a bit more on driving. And then in fourth position, you got Ferrari with 191 points. So they're only 5 points behind Aston Martin. And obviously Aston Martin has 196 points. So Ferrari is very close and they could overtake Aston Martin if Aston Martin doesn't pick up the pace. And Ferrari, they're always going to be there and thereabouts. Second, third and fourth. And in fifth position, you got McLaren with 103 points. And Lando has picked up a couple of podium positions. And last week, Oscar Piastri was very unlucky during the Belgian Grand Prix because he had a crash in the first corner and he couldn't continue the race. So Piastri was very unlucky and his performances will pick up. And Lando will have a problem on his hands, so he's got to watch his step. And then in sixth position, you had the Alpine with 57 points. So Alpine, you got Yuki Tsunoda and I think Pierre Gasly. And yeah, they have to step up and try to close the gap to McLaren for the fifth spot. So in seventh position, you got Haas F1. They got 11 points. And in eighth position, you got Williams F1, who have 11 points too. So they're tied on points. So it's going to be a battle this weekend to see who can pick up more points. And just to make a note, for Haas F1, Nico Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen have signed new contracts to be the drivers for 2024. And then moving on, you have the Alfa Romeo with 9 points. They got Valtteri Bottas and Zhang Yuzhou. And I was expecting Valtteri to push the car a bit forward, but they've been struggling this season. And yeah, with the AlphaTauri, they got 3 points, and they've had to sack a driver in Nick De Vries and bring back Daniel Ricciardo. And Daniel Ricciardo has a good driving style, but I don't know how up to date he is with the modern Formula One car. Well, he's pretty good at them, so I'm sure he's gonna help pick up some points for AlphaTauri, and Sonoda has to step up as well, you know. So yeah, that's the top 10 teams. So in one you have Red Bull, two you have Mercedes, three Aston Martin, four is Ferrari, five is McLaren, six is Alpine, seven Haas, eight Williams, nine Alfa Romeo, 10 Alfa